What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Roshana Reveals. This is a space where I champion others to be the best versions of themselves and empowering others to make a difference, a positive difference in their journey along the way. For those of you who don't know, my name is Roshana. Welcome for those who are new, and welcome back for those who are not new. As promised, I told you guys that I was going to do a video about 75 hard. Okay, so I did that kind of for effect. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna edit that, but hopefully the Mister and I can come up with a perfect effect for that. Y'all, how does my hair look? Oh, I forgot to untwist that. Let's see how my hair looks after that. All right, it's not sticking up, so it looks kind of good. All right, here we go. Anyway, so this is the episode where I talk about my experience with 75 hard. I'm also going to share with you all my beginning results as well as my end results. And then I will definitely put a picture up somewhere on this screen. And you know what? I noticed that I'm saying a lot, and in the public information officer school, we learned not to say all the time. However, I just continue to say I'm going to try to be cognizant and not say okay. So if you hear any noise in the background, let me start off by saying, if you hear any noise in the background, it's either the middle child playing his video games, because he's literally right there. Hey, Papa. And even though I told him I was filming, y'all know how the teenagers do, right? When they get on these video games and they get all into it, don't be making faces, okay? You know exactly what I'm talking about, bruh, right? So they get all into the videos and then they start yelling at the screen and stuff like that. So if you hear yelling at the screen, it's the teenager playing video games. What game are you playing? Apex Legends. So you do TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And you stream your videos while you're playing?
No, I have clips. I have clips that I take on here, and I just post them.
You have clips, so you post them on TikTok. So what's your TikTok name?
Deuce XY3.
Deuce XY3. So for those of you who have teenagers that are into video games, we will definitely put his handle somewhere. Deuce XY3. Follow him. He's no joke. And secondly, if you hear some other noise, we still have construction going on in the house. Guys, we're trying to make it. And I have to thank my cousin Lacey for coming down all the way from Albany, Georgia. Him and his friend Rob. Listen, they're helping us out. We are forever grateful. We are excited to see end results, and I will definitely let you guys know how that is as well. So now that we've gotten all of the administrative stuff out of the way, we can get into 75 hard. All right. Let's see. My journey began sometime at the end of last year. I think I was searching for an epiphany or some type of enlightenment. I was searching for something to fill this void that I felt that I had in my spirit. And with everything going on in my life, I just felt that I needed something more constructive, something that was going to allow me to figure out where my journey was going to take me and exactly how I was going to get there. I did not understand what it is I was quite looking for, and I did not know what path to take to get there. But I started to just really pray about it and just look up things on the internet that maybe I could find to help feed my soul. And ran across this post or this email. I don't exactly remember how I got this information, but ran across this information concerning 75 Hard. And it says to click here or enter below to sign up or to see what it was about. And so that's exactly what I did. I clicked that button and I started to read about what the 75 Hard Challenge was about. And in reading it, I thought to myself, okay, this is something different. This is something new. I apparently am up for a good challenge, right? Because it seems as if I'm always doing some sort of challenge. If you guys follow me on social media, you definitely will know, because that's all I do is post results from my challenges. But I feel like, you know, at the time I felt like, wow, this is another challenge and this is something that I can probably do. I didn't know how I was going to get started. I didn't know at what point I was going to get started. If you all know anything about me, you know that I really just don't like to do things by myself. I admittedly am codependent. That's just part of my personality. But I wanted to have a partner or someone to take on this challenge with me. Babe, did I talk to you about joining me on 75 Hard? On several occasions, and he refused. I presented it to him. He actually he clicked here and he read the information and he was like, no. Like, it was a resounding no. And there was no thought behind it. There was no thought process behind it. It was just, no, I'm not doing it, you know? And there was nothing that I could do to change his mind. Hey, what's up? So if you hear a third thing, it's the baby girl who's making noise because she's playing with the dog. And are you just gonna sit here and just be a part of this video?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess not. Oh, there, I did it again. I did it again. Ugh. So it was a resounding no, and I was a bit disappointed because, as stated, I'm a little codependent and I just like doing things with him. You know, I like having adventures with him. I like doing different things with him, but he is not, y'all, he is just not up for my foolishness when it comes to challenges. Okay. He really isn't. So I was just kind of left to my own devices and just really tried to think of how I was going to implement this into my life, because it seemed interesting. It sounded as if something that I wanted to do. And of course, I wanted to see if I was up for the challenge and if I could accomplish it. And it just so happened that a few weeks later, was it a group post or social media, or it probably was in one of her videos, Nicole Burgess, who I follow, who I mention all the time. You guys are probably like, oh, here's Nicole again, but I don't care. I love her and you guys should too. She spoke about doing the 75 Hard Challenge. And so I actually looked up the 75 Hard Challenge Facebook group by Andy Frisilla on Facebook, and I joined it because I wanted to see what it was all about. And there was actually a challenge coming up, you know, starting on January the 4th. Then there were these subgroups that had broken off, subgroups pertaining to keto only 75 Hard Challenge, women only 75 Hard Challenge, this group only 75 Hard Challenge. So I found another group that was going to start the challenge on January 4th. And then Nicole Burgess was talking about starting 75 challenge on January 4th. And a friend of mine from the Watch Autumn Keto group, Shelly, she decided to join the 75 Hard Challenge with Nicole, and she was going to start on January 4th. So I figured, okay, these are my people. I'm going to do it with them. Codependent, right? And so we all make plans to start the challenge on January 4th, 2021. I was, although nervous, really, really excited because I felt in my spirit that this was going to be the thing that changed my life, right? And I had to understand that this challenge is a mental toughness challenge and not necessarily a weight loss challenge. However, there are astounding weight loss results. Astounding weight loss results. So that little voice in the back of my head was like, girl, you're going to lose weight. You know, you're going to finally find that aesthetic that you're looking for, because I was also seeking a change in my physical appearance. I really wasn't happy with how I looked, and although, you know, I did get positive compliments on how much weight I had lost and what was I doing to look fitter and stronger, there were just some areas in my body that I'm just not happy with. I'm just being honest and keeping it real. And so I figured, okay, I know that this is a mental toughness challenge. However, I'm going to get these great physical results, right? So I decided to go ahead and jump feet first into this program. Now, I bought the book. I bought Andy Frisella's book, 75 Hard. I did read the book. I liked the book in the aspect of it explaining more about the program. I liked his podcast explaining the rules of 75 Hard. I noticed that some things that were stated in his podcast were not in his book, and vice versa. And his book was an easy read. It was almost like I started to find the grammatical errors and other errors as opposed to really understanding what the book was about. And that's on me, guys, because I am the grammar police. I'm not saying that I'm 100% perfect, but I love English. I love reading. I love words. I love alliterations. I love the English language. And I just can't help myself when it comes to books and reading and my criticisms when it comes to that. So that's the only thing that I have to say about the book. However, I was super excited about the customer service from his company. Now, if I haven't said this on camera to you all before, I'm going to say this now. When companies insert notes along with their products, it makes me happy. It means that that person at that company has taken the time to understand that personal notes bring so much joy to people. Handwritten notes brings joy to people. And it made me really happy to see that there was an actual note that came with the book. And not just the book, but with the shirts that I purchased, with the hoodie that I purchased. I felt really just like they were talking to me, and I felt like I was a personal member of their company almost, you know? So that's what actually made me happy as well. So I bought a journal, guys. I was like, okay, I'm going to journal every day, my thoughts. And I saw Shelly, she did Post-it notes on a door in her home, and she numbered them 1 through 75. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do the same thing, but then I'm going to put little quotes and sayings under my Post-it notes. And at the end of each day, I'm going to rip off the Post-it note and I'm going to read it. And I want to see how it correlates with my day, how it correlates with something that I read or something that I learned throughout the day, right? And so I was excited. So got up January 4th, y'all, jumped into this feet first, you know, did my first workout, did my progress pics, just, you know, did all the things. And if you hadn't heard me say it before, there are 5 critical tasks to 75 hard. You have to take a progress picture daily. You have to drink 128 ounces of plain water daily, no additions. You have to do 2 workouts per day, minimum of 3 hours apart. Each have to be 45 minutes at least, and one has to be outside under no coverings in the elements as long as it's not a safety issue. You also have to read 10 pages of a self-help, self-development nonfiction book, and you have to, what am I missing? 2 workouts, progress pic, water, read your 10 pages. Why does it feel like I'm forgetting the 5th thing? Am I forgetting something, you guys? What am I forgetting? 2 workouts a day, 1 gallon of water. Oh, follow a diet. Yes, we said it at the same time. We have to pick a diet and follow it. No cheats, no alcohol. Now, I thought that I was going to have a problem with the water because I just didn't like water. Before this challenge, I probably drank 8 ounces of water a day. I'm not even joking. I was never fully hydrated. I worked out, but had my electrolyte powder in my water. And then after that, probably drank 8 ounces of water throughout the day. So I knew that it would pose a challenge for me to drink 128 ounces, which is 1 gallon per day. But especially, when there's no enhancers in it, if it's just plain, I'm just like, y'all, just water is just boring. But I was up for the challenge. So the mister did a little board for me, like a checklist. Y'all, we were just all in it, okay? And moseying along, doing the challenge, January 4th. And I have to say that I wasn't just skirting by. And what I mean by that is, you can do 2 workouts a day, like 2 walks a day. You can ride your bike twice a day. You can do yoga twice a day as long as one of those workouts is outside, right? And please do not take this the wrong way. I'm not criticizing anyone who chooses to do that, especially people who have gone from sedentary to now trying to be active. All kudos to you guys. All kudos to those who made it their mission to do something better with their health journey and their activity levels. All power to you guys. But for me, I'm just talking about me. It wouldn't have done me any good to do 2 walks because I was already someone who was active and working out anyway. So I felt that just skating by with that would serve no purpose. And so I made it a mission to, work out with my personal trainer, trying to figure out what my outside workouts were going to be, and just trying to figure out what the other days were going to entail without my personal trainer. So that was a bit of a challenge. And then on, what date was that? February 9th. I'm sorry. January 16th, 12 days into the challenge, I actually hurt myself. So I pulled a muscle in my calf, and I also had some knee issues. And so after going to my primary care physician, he told me no walking, no running for at least a month. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me, doc. Like, I can't sit down. And he's like, well, you're gonna have to sit down. And that's my orders, and it's final. And he wanted to see me like every week. And that really took a toll on me emotionally because I was like, I like to be outside. I love to run. I am a runner. And to have had my behind sitting down, I was really, really aggravated. I didn't let it get me down, even though my emotions tried to get the best of me. I didn't allow it to take over because then I found other activities I could do outside. I started to do yoga outside. I did strength trainings outside. I did dance videos outside. So I made it work. I really made it work. And on February 9th, I was released. Like, I was able to go for a walk. I was able to actually start the process, the slow process of getting back to being healed and getting better and working my way up to running. And then the unthinkable happened. On February, and I'm looking down because I wrote notes. So on February 21st, I woke up to find out that I did not consume 16 ounces of water from my water bottle the day before. And I remember it like it was yesterday. The day before, we had gone out as a family to celebrate my brother-in-law and my dad's birthdays, and we had a really great time. And that night I was just really tired, and I wanted to clean up the room. For some reason, I just wanted to keep myself busy and just clean up the room, and set my water bottle at the foot of the bed, which I never do. I had never sat my water at the foot of the bed. I always put it up on the little nightstand that's next to my side of the bed. But I set the water bottle down at the foot of the bed, thought that I had drank all 128 ounces because I didn't see my water bottle. So I just assumed that I drank all of my water. Went to bed. I had the app. I checked off everything off my list and went to bed, and woke up early that next Sunday morning and was like, okay, I'm gonna go for a walk and, you know, try to build up my momentum to run and you know, keep pushing forward. And looked down at the foot of my bed as I was coming around the foot of the bed and saw my water bottle and was like, you gotta be kidding me, I left 16 ounces of water. So that was a really big disappointment because A, I'm a perfectionist. B, I don't like to feel like I failed. And with this challenge, if you forget to do a task, if you do not finish all of 5 of your tasks each and every day, you must restart the program from day 1. And it's up to you whether you want to restart it, you know, right away, whether you just want to take some time to kind of reflect. And I was so disappointed. And of course, you think nobody in the house is awake. Everyone's asleep. I'm going for a walk. I could literally refill my water bottle and no one would be none the wiser. Did I say that right? You wouldn't be none the wiser, right? But my integrity, my moral compass, my ethical background was like, girl, if you don't stop it, you know you did not drink that 16 ounces of water. So you need to restart. So it was day 49. I woke up on day 49, and day 49 became day 1. And I actually felt that I was being left behind from my friends who were doing it with me. And I took it hard later on. Like it took me a few hours for it to really hit me what happened. At first I was like, all right, you know, I even did a pounding the pavement, you know, relative to what happened. And I'll put the card up there if you want to see. But I was all like in the morning, like, this is going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to restart. And then later on that day, I was like, what the heck just happened? And what I realized is that there's a word that's utilized in this program, and it's called fail. And so when I failed, I felt like a failure. I felt that I let myself down. I let my friends down. I let people who weren't even doing the program, but who watch me and who tell me that they get inspired by the things that I'm doing, I felt that I let them down. I felt like a huge failure. And that did not sit well with me at all. And for some reason, I had to really come out of that mindset that I failed. And the mister, you know, was talking to me, and he's like, you didn't fail, babe. Like, this was just a small setback. You know, the fact that you immediately started from day 1 again speaks volumes. it speaks volumes of the type of person you are, the kind of character you have, where your integrity lies, and you going all in for another round so far into this challenge is impressive. And so when I got the feedback from him and I got the feedback from everyone else, I figured, okay, this is just my journey. It's part of my journey, right? And so I dusted myself off. I got back up, and this time now, I decided I'm going to go in with a different mindset. And that mindset was, I'm going to really give it my all. I'm going to really push during my workouts till I have nothing left. And even when I feel like I have nothing left, I'm going to keep pushing until I know that I'm done. I'm going to read these books with an open mind, not just read it, because it's an assignment, but really get full understanding of what I'm reading, really take in what I'm reading, really follow the books that I'm reading and gain perspective, knowledge, and whatever it is, that is meant for me to gain. I'm going to really, really commit to this lifestyle. And guys, that's what I did. It's almost like I turned the dial up, I turned the volume up, and I really gave it my all. And that's a positive, right? On the flip side, I actually became more tired. I started to feel as if my life was interfering with 75 hard, right? Because at that time, my life was 75 hard. And then anything else that was a part of my life, work, school, sometimes a family, it was almost like they were interfering with the things I needed to get done. I felt just really mentally exhausted at times. I felt like I actually wanted to quit, and the mister was like, you're not quitting, I'm not allowing you to quit. And we had several back and forths about, I'm quitting, you ain't quitting, I'm quitting, okay, you say you want to quit, whatever. We really went back and forth on stuff like that. So I started to notice that my patience was getting really thin. I was just snapping at people, and I just didn't want to put forth any effort in other aspects of my life because I was so focused on 75 hard. And I never like to say that I have any regrets in my life. I always say, I wish things were different in that aspect. And that's one of the things with this program that I wished was different, was that I didn't allow it to consume me so much that everything else just felt like it was just interfering with my life, if that makes any sense. On the positive side, I felt like I was starting to be more in tune with my spirituality. And I'm not talking about spirituality in the religious aspect, but I'm talking about spirituality in the overall concept of just being centered with myself, listening out for God, not just him speaking to me, but showing me things, really finding the connection throughout events or things that I was reading or something someone said to me throughout the day, finding those connections and really putting them all together to figure out how they affected me, in my heart. And that I felt was really exciting. That was exciting. But this program, all in all, was great, I think, in the aspect where I learned a lot about myself and I grew. Unfortunately, it took me 123 days to finish a 75-day program. But like I said before, it was my journey. And once I really learned that, and once I understood that this is my journey and I really had to be fully committed to it, no BS, no pulling out punches, no easy way out, I was able to really gain more from it than I would have had I successfully went through it without, without messing up. And I'm not going to say failing, without having a miss. And I say that because I started to listen to a podcast called Time to Grind, and a young lady by the name of Kim and a young gentleman by the name of Brent, they were in the 75 Hard Challenge Facebook group, and they went through the challenge and the program, and they started this podcast together. And most recently I saw one of their posts that said that the word fail is so like soul shattering. The word fail just means that like you just are not worthy or good enough. You know, I'm not quoting them, I'm just kind of summarizing what their meaning was. And so they would rather use the word miss, like you had some misses but you didn't fail, because you're still worthy, you're still worth it. So I'm using the word miss based off of that. There I go again with the So I want to say that even though I missed, I still completed the challenge, and I'm still very proud of myself for what I accomplished. So we're going to talk about some gains and some losses, and we're going to start off with what I lost. And the things that I lost from this program were feelings of hopelessness, self-doubt, patience, and time for BS. I lost those 4 things. And 2 of them really resonate with me because I struggled throughout my life with self-doubt, feelings of worthlessness, and having hope. And this challenge taught me that I don't have to doubt myself. I can do anything. I can do all things. I am worth it. You know, there's a reason why I chose this program, and there's a reason why I wanted to do this program. And the fact that I did it and I completed it was like, wow. It kind of put me in a class by myself, if I can say that. I accomplished something that most people in my own circle wouldn't do, or in my life wouldn't do. And it's okay if they choose not to do it. And I chose to do it, and I did it. And so I'm very, very proud of myself. I don't have any feelings of hopelessness anymore. I feel a lot more positive about life. I feel a lot more positive about family. I feel a lot more positive about relationships. I feel more positive about my own personal relationship with the mister. I feel a lot more positive about my future. And I'm really grateful, you know, for the program, for teaching me those things, you know. Now, patience may not be so good, like losing my patience. Yeah, I have to admit, like, I just got to a point where I was just like, I just do not have time for BS. I just don't, you know, because I'm the type of person that used to be really just quick to anger, flip at the mouth. I'm so mean. Everybody has something negative to say about my attitude. So then in order to not be perceived as this negative person, I started to hold my tongue. I started to kind of back away from challenges. I started to regress because I didn't want to be seen as this negative person, right? But then 75 hard, I was just like, I can't hold my tongue anymore. I just don't have time for it. So in a sense, I didn't revert all the way back to the old Rashana, but I did pick up some of those habits of I just don't have time for it. And in this sense, I don't apologize for it. I really don't, because it's given me an avenue to just be like, I'm not going to put up with BS. I do not have time to play games with people. I do not have time to be feeling like I'm on this yo-yo cycle or this yo-yo rope. That's the one thing that I'm actually happy about. However, there were probably some people's feelings that I hurt that I had to apologize for. Not probably. There were some people's feelings that I hurt that I had to apologize for. And I don't want to burn bridges or lose people or things that really are valuable to me and who really do mean a lot to me, based on the fact that I just have no patience anymore, if that makes any sense. So I still had to learn to be humble, and I still had to learn to say, all right, there are some instances where you really just do have to hold your tongue. So that was a huge lesson for me, you know. I also became more competitive in showing people that I can do things. Oh, you want to talk crap about me? You want to think that I can't do stuff? You want to say all this negative stuff about me? Well, I can show you better than I can tell you, right? And so I got that little attitude. Unfortunately, I was so consumed by that I missed certain things. And that 16 ounces of water, boy, I tell you, that gets me, you know? So I was so focused on proving people wrong that there were some other things that I missed sight of. So, you know, you live and you learn, right? So some of the things that I gained from this challenge: I am a stronger and healthier me. I feel like I am stronger physically, I am stronger mentally, and I'm really, really excited to continue on this journey. I believe that I am going to do phase 1 and phase 2 of this program, the actual Live Hard program. Not really sure if I'm going to finish out the program, because I don't know if it's sustainable in the long run. And I don't know if I ever want to get back to that place of feeling so tired, so exhausted, so mentally tired. And I never want to feel as if a program is interfering with my life. That everyone else in my life, everything else in my life was just getting on my nerves, because I had to focus on finishing these critical tasks, and I had to focus on making sure that I checked off these boxes. So I'm not really sure about if I'm going to finish the actual program, because I would have to learn how to find a balance with that. And right now, I don't know that I'm there. So I'm just being honest. You know, I do want to do phase 1. I will be honest about that. That's only 30 days. And then phase 2 is 30 days. Actually, they're all only 30 days, but try not to say right? We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I'm just going to leave that up in the air. I found my voice. So remember when I told you that I kind of reverted back to being quiet? There were situations where I felt like I could have spoken up for myself, and I could have made sure that people did not take advantage of me or step all over me or feel as if they could say anything to me and I just wouldn't say anything. Well, that was really eating me up inside. You know, I now feel like I have a voice, and I'm going to utilize my voice. I'm not going to be nasty or mean about it, right? I'm not going to lose my cool or my crap unless I have to. However, I'm going to be professional. I'm going to be respectful, but I am going to let you know that what you're doing and how you're treating me is not okay. So I found my voice. I also have an increased spiritual relationship with God. I know exactly what I truly want out of life. I have this inner peace that's kind of weird, because I also feel like I've never really had peace within myself or within my life, but now I just don't let a lot of stuff bother me. It's like, you know what? It's, you know, I can't control stuff, and I am a Leo, and I am a type A personality, so I like to control things. But I'm learning that some things are just really beyond my control, and I'm okay with that. I also have a renewed sense of reading. Guys, I used to love to read when I was young. When I was little, I had a book in my hand every single day. And life just gets the best of you. Sometimes you just don't have time for things, the simple things that make you happy. But this challenge has brought back my love of reading, so I'm actually excited about that. I know that my value is now up here. My self-worth is now up here. and I value myself. I love myself. I love who I've become. I love what this challenge has brought out in me, the real me, and I'm good. Like, I'm okay with who I am. I don't have the feelings of I'm unworthy anymore. I know that I'm worthy. And if other people can't see that, and if other people can't live up to my standards, not trying to be elite or anything like that, but you know, I do have value, and I feel that other people should see that. But if they don't, it's okay. It's okay. I don't have to feel that way about myself, if that makes any sense. And I know that I can do anything, y'all. I really can. I can do anything I set my mind to, regardless of how tough it is, regardless of how long it takes. I'm going to see that finish line and I'm going to cross it. And what I'm still learning is the concept of time management, y'all. I am doing better with my papers. Babe, what's today? What day of the week is it?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, y'all. What did I do early?
Sleep.
Really? Sleep? On Tuesdays, my assignments are due. My papers are due for school. Yeah. Oh. No, we're not talking to you anymore. My papers are due for school, and it's 7:30, you guys, and my paper was done, like 2 hours ago? My paper was done and submitted. So even though I still wish that it was done before Tuesday, the fact that it's done at 5:30 as opposed to 11:58 the minute before it's due is a win, right? But I'm still learning. So I'm also learning how to not procrastinate, in the sense of, I know that things have to get done, so I need to get them done. So now I make more lists. Now I look at my list, and now I really try my best to get things done. I'm not 100% yet. We're still a work in progress, but I am better. And now to the weight and the measurements, y'all. I don't have my happy planner today. I just have some yellow paper that I just kind of scribbled stuff on in pencil, y'all. I know it's a mess, but at least I have my glasses on today, right? So January 4th, let us see. So on January 4th, my starting weight was 129.8. 129.8, y'all. I really do, to be honest with you, I wanted to get down to 125. I wanted to get down to 123. I would have settled for 125. So I'm thinking I'm going to lose 6 pounds. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be back to this weight that I had when I was fasting for 5 days, right? Unrealistic goals. And I've also learned that if there's a shift in your journey, it's okay. If there's a change in your goals, it's okay. Sometimes these shifts and these changes are actually positive. Accept the change, accept the shifts. It's okay. So I had this unrealistic, right, desire to get back down to the weight that I was at when I did a 5-day fast. Did it happen? No. You know what happened? And I'm going to say day 123, because that's how long it took me to finish 75 hard. From day 1 to day 123, I went from 129.8 to 130.6. That was a gain of 0.8. I did not lose a pound. I didn't lose any weight, you guys. I really didn't. I did not lose 1 pound. And I'm actually okay with that. Why? Because I have seen the changes. I have seen the pictures. You take the daily progress pictures for a reason, and there is a change. So as far as measurements are concerned, I measured everything. My biceps, my thighs, my breasts. Can I say that without being... my stomach, my waist, and my booty. And so in my right bicep, I went from 31.1 centimeters to 32 centimeters. So I gained 0.9 centimeters. In my left bicep, I went from 31.75 centimeters to 32 centimeters with a gain of 0.25 centimeters. In my right thigh, I went from 56.5 to 57.5. So I gained 1 centimeter. And my left thigh, I went from 57.5 to 55.5. So I lost 2 centimeters. In my breast, I went from 84.8 to 84. So I lost 0.8. And in my stomach, I went from 73.6 to 73. So I lost 0.6 centimeters. In my waist, I went from 77.4 to 76. So I lost 1.4 centimeters. And in my butte, I went from 93.9 to 93.5. So I lost 0.4 centimeters. Now you would think that my whole body just kind of would look a certain way with all of these, losses and pluses and just weird stuff going on. But I'm going to put, I don't know how to edit 100% yet, but somewhere up here, or I might just totally black out and put my picture, and you can see from day 1 to day 123 what I look like. And then you guys tell me. Do I look any different? I think I did. I think I look different. I really do. I haven't really had time to do side by sides. I probably, I probably should just do the side by sides and just put them all across the screen. Do I stay quiet now so that it can have the opportunity to show? I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to edit this video. I'm just talking all willy-nilly. I really am. But I actually do have one picture that I do the side-by-side comparison, okay? I will see if I'm going to put up the other side-by-side comparisons, because I took facing forward pictures, I took left pictures, right pictures, back pictures. I was taking pictures all over the place. So you will see. And then you tell me if there is a change, if there is a difference. I'm very happy with my results. I actually really am. I feel really great about myself. I think I actually gained a lot from this program, from this challenge. I really did. It wasn't easy, you guys. You think, oh, you only have to do 5 critical tasks and just do those every day for 75 days. Oh, this is easy. It's hard, okay? It is 75 hard. It is 123 hard in my case. And I will not take this lightly. This is an experience that I will never forget. I will continue to hold the things that I've learned close to my heart, because I believe that I've taken some valuable lessons, and I'm growing and I'm learning. And even at the age that I am, I'm also understanding that things may not look exactly how I want them to look, but they're not bad. I can be happy with myself, and I am. I am a happier person. Babe, am I a happier person?
Much.
Papo, am I a happier person?
Yeah.
It's not just me saying I'm a happier person. I think the family kind of sees that I am a happier person. And I think that all comes with loving myself. I really do. For so long, and I can't even remember for how long, I just never loved myself. I never looked in the mirror and saw this woman that was worthy, this woman that was beautiful, this woman that deserved everything she desired, And now I think I'm beautiful. Now I think I'm worthy. And now I know, okay, let me go back. Now I know I'm beautiful. Now I know I'm worthy. And now I know that I deserve the things that I desire. So thank you, Andy Frisilla, for creating this program. If you guys want more information on the 75 Hard program, his website will be somewhere where we edit it, and try it out for yourself. If you feel that that you want a challenge in your life, if you feel that you want to gain something from a 75-day journey, more power to you. I encourage you to go ahead and complete this program. And it's not for the faint of heart, it's not for the weary, and it really isn't for everybody, and that's okay. But for me, I'm so happy that I did it. I'm so excited at what my future is going to bring. There may be some changes that I may not like, that I may not expect. That's okay. There may be some changes that are going to be joyous and that I don't expect, and that's going to be okay. But whatever life brings me from here on out, I know that I'm going to get through it. I know that I don't have to be depressed about it. I know that I can forge through. I know that I can be dedicated. I know that I can look at things through clearer lenses, and I can do anything, y'all. So there's my 75 hard video. There's my results. There's my thoughts. There's everything. I know that this took a very long time, but I promise you guys I was going to come out with a video, and I actually did it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that this is almost an hour long. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for rolling with me. Your girl is hungry. It's 7:45. Oh wait, I keep looking at that clock and it's 10 minutes fast. It's 7:35. It is way past my dinner time. I am about an hour and a half past dinner. But guess what? I don't care, because I'm a happier me. So thank you guys. I'm gonna go eat. So thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you guys for rolling with me. Thank you guys for always coming back, and continue to come back and find out what Rashana will reveal next.